Hey everybody, book number 60, Madeline, Caldecott Honor Book by Ludwig Bell Melmans, author and the illustrator, Madeline. This structure is called the Eiffel Tower, and you cannot find this structure anywhere but one city in the whole wide world. It's in the town of Paris, France. So this story does not take place in the United States where we live. This takes place in the country of France, in the big city of Paris, which is their capital. Madeline. Madeline. In an old house in Paris that was covered in vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread, they brushed their teeth, and went to bed. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. And sometimes they were very, very sad. Soldier there is hurt. They left their house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow, and ice. To the tiger at the zoo, Madeline said poo-poo. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on the light, and she said, "Something is not right." Miss Clavel would be like their teacher or their caregiver. These girls live at a boarding school where they don't stay all the time with their moms and dads, but while they're at school, they stay all the time with Miss Clavel. Little Madeline sat in bed and cried and cried. Her eyes were red. And soon after Dr. Collin came, he rushed out to the phone. And he dialed Danton 10-6. Nurse, he said, "It's an appendix." Everybody had to cry, and not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in his arms, in a blanket, safe and warm. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. What do we call that vehicle? Ambulance. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. If you're sick, what building do they take you to if you need help for something serious? It's right at the hospital. And there's one of the nurses. Madeline soon ate and drank, and on her bed there was a crank. And the crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. Outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. One nice morning, Miss Clivell said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" Going up the elevator. Visitors from 10 to 4 read a sign outside the door. Tiptoeing with solemn faces and with some flowers and a vase. In they walked, and then they said, "Ah!" when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. And the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach was a scar. It'd take her appendix out. Sometimes it gets bad for no reason, and you have to take it out, so she has a scar on her too. "Goodbye," they said. "We'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. In the middle of the night, Miss Clivell turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." And afraid of disaster, she ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." And the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo, we want our appendix out too." "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well, and now go to sleep," said Miss Clivell. And she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There is no more. Madeline.